I don't remember where I was going with this. I don't remember. Hello, it is Allison of The Alison Show, and welcome to part 6 of my How to Be Awesome series. Part 6 is invest in people who invest in you. I am really excited about part 6 because this invest in people who invest in you was like an epiphany that came to me after dealing with 2 problems that have happened in the past few months. Problem number 1, I got my feelings hurt because somebody was mean to me. Or I think they're being mean to me. And problem number 2, I felt left out. And not just like, oh, they all went to lunch and didn't invite me, like that kind of left out, but like really cry about it left out, where even 2 weeks after I thought I was over it, I would think about it and still feel bad about it. And I just didn't think that as a 30-year-old, I could still feel that left out. So I want to talk about invest in people who invest in you as a response to these 2 problems. The first one, getting your feelings hurt, and then the second one, feeling left out. For the first one, invest in people who invest in you. I think there's 2 types of getting your feelings hurt. You can get your feelings hurt because of something that happened that was unintentional. Maybe you heard something somebody said, or they did something, or they didn't do something. Meaning was misconstrued. There was an actual thing or problem. Maybe you did something you shouldn't have done, but you can apologize, there can be a conversation, some sort of resolution can be made, you can decide to not have your feelings hurt, and you can get over it. I think that's like the first type of getting your feelings hurt. And the second type of getting your feelings hurt is somebody who was just like seriously mean to you. Like flat out, no excuses, there's always an excuse, but they were mean. And it's not going to help the situation to engage in a conversation. It's, you know, you just need to disengage. And that can be even harder because there seems to be no resolution for it and you got your feelings hurt. And this was the type of situation I found myself in. And, you know, my initial instinct is, let's have a big feeling fest and talk about it. But after really thinking about it, it was like, no, they probably just don't like me. Which sucks when somebody doesn't like you. And so engaging in a conversation probably would just leave me feeling really bad about myself, because what are they going to say? I don't like you, I think you're annoying. Like, that's going to make me feel terrible. And so I just had to make the decision to invest in people who invest in me. Because for every person who doesn't like you, there are probably 100 people who love you and or like you or think you're pretty cool. And so by choosing to invest in the one person or the few people who are being mean and hurting your feelings, that is a bad investment, and you are going to go awesome bankrupt. Isn't that so cool? Your awesomeness wealth is going to totally go bankrupt because you are putting your investment in the wrong place. So when we feel left out, the reason why invest in people who invest in you was an epiphany to me was because I think when we get left out, our first instinct, or the instinct of those around us who are trying to make us feel better, is to totally like rip on the people who left you out. Like, they're idiots, they're stupid, you didn't want to be invited anyway. And that's like probably the case. If somebody intentionally left you out, but at the end of the day, there are campaigns, there are budgets, there are birthday parties, there are dinners where you can't invite 30 people. I mean, there's always a reason that sometimes you just can't invite everybody you wish you could. And in those cases, I like to think that if there were 10 people invited, I was probably number 11, and it really sucks to be number 11, but I was number 11. I like totally would have been invited if there had been 11 spots. But other than that, there's just like really nothing you can do about it. And so that's when I decided to invest in people who invest in me. I didn't get invited to something. Boo freaking who. I get invited to other things. I can throw my own party. I can do my own thing. There's that. And then there's also, why not focus on all of the love and all of the support and all of the people who actually do want to hang out with me and are actually putting effort into the relationship. That's something that I think is really interesting, and advice that I would give somebody trying to grow their social media following or their blog traffic or your store, like your online store. I say, oh, how do I get more followers? Focus on the ones you already have. Thank them, engage with them, reach out to them. Be so floored and shocked that they want to be your friend online that they're going to tell their friends to come and be your friend too. That principle is just so true in life and in business and in everything. When you invest in people who invest in you, you're going to be rich. Rich in awesomeness, rich in happiness, rich in everything. So, How to Be Awesome Part 6, invest in people who invest in you. And I'm going to try to be better at that. What is the awesome homework? This is the awesome homework. Will you please share? Will you share with me if this has helped you through a blog post, through tweeting about it, through sharing it on Facebook, through sharing it on Instagram? And if you do that, will you come back to my blog or my YouTube and leave a link to it so that I can thank you, so that I can see it? If you don't want to share it publicly that way, that's okay. I mean, obviously I would love that because I love to share this with people. But if you want to share it with a neighbor, with a friend, if you just want to share with me personally, if this series has helped you in any way or has inspired something cool to go on in your life, I would appreciate it and love it so much. And if I ever miss a comment or an email or something, I am sincerely sorry. I try to respond to everything I can, and I know I miss stuff. But I want you to know that it's not missed like internally and in my thoughts and in my thanks. So thank you. Thank you for watching this series. Thank you for being my online friend. I hope that you will invest in people who invest in you. Thank you for investing your time in me today. I love you. Have a fabulous day.